Good, how are you?
What's your opinion on team will we ever see that sort of Lorenzo back in UFC?
I would love to see those guys. We gotta talk to Boss Boone. I mean, look, it's a great team. They have some of the best fighters in the world. You know, the way that they train, great kickboxing skills. You know, we'd love to see Overeem, but you know, as of right now, he's tied up in strike force. So, you know, if and when that contract is ever fulfilled and done, we'd definitely be the first people sitting down with him. So.
All right, thanks for the question.
Yeah.
Hey Lorenzo, how's it going?
I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, I'm very good, thanks, yeah. You're obviously a very astute businessman, you work a lot of money, you've had great success with the UFC. You've got a couple of WEC fighters here today, you've got Brad Pickett, we saw yesterday, and Miguel Torres and stuff. But yeah, there doesn't seem to be a WEC stand or anything. You don't seem to be promoting them like you would the UFC. Is there a reason for that, and do you think you could have a bit more sort of brand synergy and stuff?
No, we try to promote the best that we can, and now trying to integrate and help the WEC by using the UFC to promote that. In some of the other expos we have had WEC stands. Honestly, I'm not sure why we didn't have one here today, but we brought the fighters out because we know that there's this core base of hardcore MMA fans out here in the UK that would want to see these guys too. Because in my opinion, we talk about what are the most exciting fights. In my opinion, the lighter weight guys are the most exciting because they never rest. They just keep going and going, and they fight really hard. So guys like Miguel Torres and Uriah Faber, and I mean Jose Aldo, he might be the best fighter in the world now. So giving a chance for the UK fans to meet those guys and interact with them is important for us.
Also, I'd quite like a job with you guys as well because, business student, I've got lots of hockey, so chat afterwards, that'd be great.
Cool.
Lorenzo.
Hey.
Do you have any plans to bring an event to Scotland?
Absolutely. Yeah, we want to go to Glasgow, for sure. The problem we've had with Scotland is that there's not big venues and big arenas there. So I think that the venue in Glasgow is like, I'm guessing, I'm trying to remember, I think it's like 6,000 maybe? Yeah. So we're trying to find the right fight that we can bring there that makes sense. But we'll definitely be there. I would bet we'll be there in 2011.
Would you ever think about doing a stadium?
Outdoors?
Yeah.
Yeah. We haven't really contemplated that, but it's something maybe we should look at. We've only done one fight outdoors, and that was the fight that we did in Abu Dhabi in April. And we were a little bit concerned about it because we feel like that we're in the arenas where it's all enclosed, we get the right, when you go to these fights, it's all about the energy and the feel and the music and the lights and everything else, as well as the fighting. And we were worried that by bringing it outdoors, we might lose some of that feel. But in Abu Dhabi, we didn't. It was actually very successful. So maybe it's something we should look at is doing an outdoor fight.
Also, you mentioned going back to Sydney. Fight of George Sartopoulos. Would there be any plans for an ultimate fight in Australia versus USA?
We haven't talked about that yet, but right now we're putting together ideas for the next season. We'll start filming in January and it will air, I think, in April. So we're coming up with ideas right now.
Thanks.
Cool.
How are you doing? My name is Luke from Dublin, Ireland.
Luke, how are you?
How's it going? Thank you very much. First of all, a lot of us here from Dublin. There's a lot of us here from Dublin and we're delighted to be here, but my question to you is, in 2008 you came and Dana White said he never felt an atmosphere like it. It was unbelievable. And we're just wondering, do you have a scheduled date or a scheduled month on when you'd like to come back to Dublin?
Yeah, we'll be back there probably in 2011, and Dana was right. You guys had an awesome crowd. The energy was unbelievable. It was a complete sellout. I think that we were trying to schedule Dublin, I think, for the November fight. Well, originally Paddy's Day, but then November, and I don't think the venue was available. I think it was booked with a concert or something like that. So we ended up moving it to Germany. But as soon as we get an open date, it's the top of the list because we did so well there. The fans were so good.
And just before I go, I just wanted to ask, there's a guy over there that talked about, say, the Korean market. In Ireland, let's say, like certain other companies like wrestling and this and that, it's all on the drain. Like UFC is basically taking over in Ireland for competitive sport. And do you plan to move into the market now?
Yeah, I think it starts. One of the things that we're working on right now, and one of the issues that I've had is that I don't like just coming to the UK once a year or twice a year, in my opinion. I think we need to have more of a presence here. So the idea is, can we do 8 fights, 10 fights, 12 fights a year? Which would mean we'd be in Dublin or in Ireland twice a year, we'd be in Scotland twice a year. You know, we'd be all over the UK to have more of a presence. And that's really what our goal is for the upcoming years.
Thank you very much.
Hey Lorenzo, do you plan to open any UFC gyms in the UK or in Europe?
Absolutely, yeah. Right now we've got 2 gyms open. The first one was in Concord, California. And the reason we did it there is because our partner lives there. And he literally wanted to be able to drive down the street and check on it every day to make sure that, you know, we got everything right, work the bugs out and everything else. The second one we opened was in LA. The third one we're opening is close to San Diego. And then next year we're planning on opening upwards of about 20 gyms. And, you know, we're talking about Australia, we're talking about the UK, definitely be the first part of the European market. So we're pretty confident that it'll do very well here.
And also,
I've been trying to find a gym since I've been here in London. It's been a little bit of a challenge.
me and my girlfriend have already got tickets in the fight. Is there any chance we can watch any of the fight ringside?
Fight ringside?
Any fight.
You know what?
Pre-ed.
I'm running out of seats. I already promised somebody they could sit with us, but yeah, we're totally sold out. In fact, I think Dana was mentioning yesterday that, you know, typically, you know, people buy tickets in groups because they come with friends and things like that. We literally don't have one seat left. People are buying singles. That's how sold out we are. So we're jammed. All right. Hey, what's up?
Can you go into more detail on why you are suing Bellator?
Yeah.
Can you say why they're suing you?
Absolutely. You work for Bellator? Just kidding. My understanding of what happened was, and it's all disclosed in the lawsuit, that Bellator essentially reached out to a manager who manages some fighters in the UFC and asked them for all of our documents, all of our contracts, all the information about how we deal with our fighters, because they wanted to literally just copy it all and paste it for their contracts. And the issue that we have is that that's all intellectual property that we literally developed from the ground up. We had to figure out how to run this business ourselves. And they just wanted to steal that asset of the company so that they could benefit from that. And that's the problem that we have. Why they're suing us, honestly, I don't know. I think it was probably just some kind of a defensive move.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the smaller fighters as well. I'm just wondering if you have any plans, if you're working on any deals to get WEC televised in the UK.
Yeah, you know, we've been working on that now, and I will tell you, you will see those guys in 2011, starting in January, in the
Awesome.
UK. Yeah.
Awesome, and will you see any events over here?
Yes, you will see those guys fighting over here as well.
Excellent, thank you.
Yeah.
Lorenzo, as well.
Good, how are you?
Well, good as well, just like to reiterate, probably Dublin 2011 we rate. Wikipedia says it's not in Paddy's Day, but they're wrong. Just it's a money question. Just what's the current value of the company, and is there a figure that will go public with cash out?
How much are you carrying right now? No, you know what? I have no idea what the value of the company is. I don't know. You know, we just kind of put our heads down and run the company and put on fights. And that's I'm pretty lucky because at the end of the day, I get to go to work and do something that I really love. You hear people say that all the time. And yeah. The reality is I'm a fight fan. I'm a crazy fight fan. I like to watch every fight. I get into it. My adrenaline gets going, and I sometimes sit there and go, "Wow, this is what I do for work." So it's pretty cool. But I don't know what it's worth. I have no idea.
Can I get a photo with you afterwards?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is the second UFC event, so it's the one in Manchester and it's the one tonight. They've both been sold out. I was wondering if there are any plans for smaller events like you do fight nights?
Well, that's kind of what I was talking about before.